welcome to Stampin' with Kim. Happy card making day. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. I tried using a different streaming software so that I could stream to both YouTube and Facebook at the same time. However, after I went live for a couple minutes, I was trying to find the live and it didn't show up in either. So obviously I have got some work to do to learn how to use that new software. But anyhow, I am excited to share with you today. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I am live on Facebook. It does say that I'm live. I would love it if when you hop on here, if you can let me know that you're watching. If you're watching the live, please let me know that you're watching with me live. And if you should catch the replay, if you can let me know that you've caught that and what you thought about the projects. So let me go ahead and make sure that we are in the right spot and we will get stamping. All righty, let's see here. Oh, and I can see that we are live. Wonderful, but I'm not finding it. Let's see here. All right. Oh, okay, I see there's a little lag here. All right, we're gonna wait just a minute. I'll wait for people to hop on. I know I did message a bunch of people and I know a few people were gonna join, so we'll wait just a second. And, all righty. Well, gosh, I have been having so much fun creating, you guys, and I hope after I get my studio all set back up next week to, gosh, share a whole lot more with you. All righty. Well, let's see here. Hopefully you will find it on there. I am still not seeing it, so let's see here. If you hop on, if you can let me know. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to share it to my page and see if hopefully it's coming up. So, all right, I see that I do have somebody on there, so obviously I'm in the right spot. Okay, so what are your guys' plans today for World Card Making Day? Are you planning on participating in the Stampin' Up event that's happening this afternoon? Or are you planning on gathering with friends or just having a day stamping by yourself, which I plan to do a little bit of everything today. So, all right, well, I am not seeing where I'm at on there, so I'm just going to continue this, and if by chance, oh, it is coming up now. All right, I guess there was just a little delay here. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for hopping on here. Again, if you can leave a comment when you hop on to let me know that you were here and watching with me, that would be wonderful. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you, as promised, another sweet treat holder. So this one here is just one that I said it warms my heart. It is just the sweetest, cutest little project. So what I'm going to use is all of these products right here. Let me go ahead and switch the screen here so that we can see a little bit more clearly. Okay, so we are going to be using the mini alphabet dies, Flowers of Beauty, Unbounded Love, and then we're also going to be using this beautiful paper. And let me show you where you can find this gorgeous suite of products. So you can find the Unbounded Beauty suite on page 54 and 55 in the catalog. So let's go ahead and get started. I just dropped something, so hold on one moment. All right, so let's go ahead and get stamping. So what we're going to do, I know it is World Card Making Day, but for those of you that know me, you know that 3Ds are my passion. So we are going to make this sweet treat holder first, and then we'll go on and create a couple of cards. All righty. So let's go ahead first and take a piece of polished pink cardstock, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in my 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Okay, so we have our circle. And then what we're going to do, let's put that back over there. Then we're going to go ahead and use our little Simply Scored pad. So what we're going to do is I'm going to place the circle up in the corner, and I'm going to go ahead and score it at 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do one side, then you're going to go ahead and fold that over, place it again in the upper corner, and we're going to do all 4 sides. This one is just, this one just warms my heart, you guys. It is so stinking cute. Okay, so then I've done all 4 sides, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to clip out these 4 corners. Okay, so let's bring in our scissors, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my little scoreboard. All right, oh, I can see a comment here. Oh, good afternoon, Peggy. Thank you for joining me. Remind me what state you're joining from. Because right now it is 9/11 here in California. All right. So let's just snip all of these out. Okay. Michigan, all righty. Okay, how is your weather there this morning? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, let's see, I want to go ahead and have this be the outside of my box, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. I'm going to bring in my tearing tape. 12/12, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and just run a line of tearing tape just right along the bottom edge. I'm glad you guys found me. Like I said, I was having technical difficulties. I came out here early and I was all set up on another platform to share so that I could share to YouTube and to Facebook at the same time. And for some reason, I don't know where it's out there in no man's land. So, but that's all right. So at least I'm familiar with this. However, I do want to use the other one to stream to both places because it saves a whole lot of time. Cool, not ready for this weather. Oh, I wish you would send it our way. We are having a little heat spell again. Not horrible, but I am so ready for the cool weather. Okay, so what I went ahead and did is I used my bone folder just to make sure that it was attached down there really well. And I'm going to go ahead and peel off the wax backing here. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take our the bottom of our box, and I'm going to go ahead and line it up just a little bit past the halfway mark. All right, and then go ahead and just use your fingers. Oops, and I can see I'm freezing. All right, bear with me, guys, if I do. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it flat, and I'm just going to start working it around the bottom of my box here. So I'm just going to kind of pull in the flap and then just kind of roll it around until I get to this last little bit, and then it's not super easy because my hand is too big to fit in there. So then I'll lift it back up and attach it back down, and then we'll go ahead and just seal this back flap. Alrighty. Okay, so then we have our little box once again. So then let's go ahead and embellish this one. Like I said, this one is just adorable. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to bring in some more polished pink cardstock, basic white, summer splash, and some pretty in pink. So I'm working with a lot of the new ink colors, which are my absolute favorite. Okay, and let's see, for this one, we're going to start with the Unbounded Love. And I just love all these little dies, all the little bits, and they're just so dainty and delicate. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this cute little frame here. And then I'm going to take the little leaf from that one, and actually let's take a little bit of the this little dainty flowers. So that'll be the first part. And then from the Flowers of Beauty, which is all part of this suite, I'm going to go ahead and grab the small flower here. So we'll put that there. And then I have one more that I'm going to grab, but you know what? I'll hold off on pulling that out. We are going to go ahead and use the mini alphabet. So I will tuck that aside here for just a second. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And let's see, so for the first one, what we're going to do is let's go ahead and take our polished pink. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this cute little frame. And remember, when you're using the Stampin' Cut machine, you always want to use the plate number 1 and then 2 of plate number 2. And with that, you'll place, I usually place my really grungy plate down first, and then your paper, and then your die with the cutting edge going down. And then what you're going to do is you're going to apply your top plate. And it's really important when you use this little mini machine that you don't line it up so that they're all stacked. You want to kind of have it, you know, as I like to say, like a little W. And then let's go ahead and, oops, I'm going to do a little bit of wobbling here. Let's go ahead and cut this. All right, so we have the first part, which is our cute little label here. And then I'm also going to take this little part here and pop this one out. So then we have this cute little delicate frame. So I'll set that aside. And then I'm going to do that again in basic white. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw on this little white. So it's going to add just a little bit more texture and give it a little pop to my project here. So I apologize if I'm really echoey again today, you guys. I had my class yesterday, which was such a blast. I had 5 women join me yesterday, and we had a wonderful time together. And actually, a couple of the projects that I'm going to be sharing with you today are a couple of the projects that we did. And gosh, it was just a wonderful time. And it's fun because every time I use the studio, I'm learning how to set it up and what to do. So when I get ready to really go with gusto for my all of my classes, I'm going to know how to set everything up. So it's going to be quite the blessing as soon as I get to set it up next week. So for those of you who haven't been following me, I have a new studio, and next week I get to move in. My husband is going to put the last bit of sealer on my cement floor, and then I get to go ahead and start moving in all of my stuff. So behind me, it won't look like I'm glowing. I will have things on that back wall, so it'll look a little bit more, it'll look beautiful. Okay, now we're going to go ahead. Gosh, I see I'm freezing again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take our pretty in pink, and I'm just going to cut out a couple of these dainty little flowers. So again, I'm going to do it with my mini. I'll just go in a little ways, and then I'm going to just roll it right back out. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have one of our little flowers there, and then let's get rid of that. And then, let's see. Okay, so that's it with the mini machine. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, actually, nope, take that back. I have one more thing I'm going to do with the mini. I'm going to do my little leaf here. I can't wait to make more of this project, but in a, I don't know, using this little element in a few other ways. This is going to make like the most adorable personalized gifts, and yeah, just so stinking cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop out our little leaf here. It decided it wanted to stay in there. So, whoops. All right, so we have all our little bits right there. Let me go ahead and tuck my dies over there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, whoops, I'm going to bring in the big machine. Actually, I'm going to go off camera for just a second, but I am going to pull out the mini alphabet. I don't know if you've used this and purchased it, but oh my gosh, it is just such a fun one. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and choose one letter. And how about I am going to choose, I don't know, I'm going to just go with K. I'll go K with Kim. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of paper, just put it over the top. You can cut all the letters at once and just, you know, save all your little bits. But I'm going to go ahead and just cut the one. I'm going to put it in my my larger Stampin' and Cut emboss machine, and I'll be right back over there. And actually, you know what, guys? Sorry, it does fit in the mini. Okay, I thought it was going to be too big. I've never used it in the mini before. I got to clean up all the little bits there. It does fit perfectly. Look at that. Alrighty. Seemed like the first time I've stamped. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead, and this one is going to take a little bit more effort because it's a bigger die. Okay, I'll sit that down here. All right. And let's see, I have J, K, and L. So let's see here. I'll go ahead and just pop those ones out. Put those aside. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and, let's see, take our little frames here. So that one, I'm going to save, I'll save one for another time. But it's just so much fun to put these together and mix and match all of them. And then with this one, actually, I am going to take like so. And then I think I'm going to add just this little bit of sprig of the white here to this one. And then from there, we'll do our personalizing. Okay, so what I'm going to do to go ahead and assemble this is I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Dimensionals. So let me grab a sheet of these here. And to go ahead and attach the labels together, I'm just going to go ahead and take a couple of my larger dimensionals. And I'm just going to make sure that I connect them here just in the corner like so. And I'm going to do it again in the opposite corner. So I just have two on there. And then we have just our cute little dainty little frame. And then you know what, actually I will do all four corners because then it won't pop at all. I could use the littles, but you know what, I am on a kick of just quick and easy, and my hands I find it so much easier to just use these larger ones, not fumbling around as much. Okay, so then let's go ahead and bring back our cute little box. So I'm going to go ahead and position it right like so. And then let's go ahead and take our little leaf and our little dainty, I'll say white foliage. And let's see, for that, let's bring in a glue dot. So I'm going to go ahead and do a glue dot on the top, and I'm going to do a glue dot on the bottom. Okay, and I don't know, you guys, as far as a little tip, I don't know if you guys do this with your glue dots, but I find it super helpful to go ahead and tie a piece of string around my roll of glue dots and then just expose one at a time. That way, if you should drop it, they're not going to roll away, and it just keeps them nice and controlled there. Okay, so then let's go ahead and just take our little greenery here and our little leaf, and actually I'm going to pull up that edge. And I'm just going to kind of tuck it here in the corner. So we have that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my little letter. Actually, and you know what, guys? I wanted to do different color. I did the wrong color. I got to do it in a different color because it just pops. I am going to, let's try that again. I'm going to go ahead and do it in Summer Splash. Get all the little bits off of there and run it through again real quickly. Okay. All right. This is going to make it pop a whole lot better. Oops. This little guy doesn't want to come out. Oh goodness. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is going to pop it a whole lot better. That just didn't have enough contrast, and you can see just having the Summer Splash, it just adds a whole new wow factor to it. Okay, so then let's go ahead and bring in a mini dimensional here, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure, yeah, I can't see it from the top here. Put that on there, and then let's go ahead and just position it right in the center of our frame. Okay, so we have that, and then let's go ahead and take some embellishments. We're going to use the 2024-26 in color resin dots. Oops. And let's go ahead and bring in our little pretty and pink flower. And then I'm going to go ahead and use, let's use one of these smaller, the polished pink ones. And I'm just going to add it right to the center of my flower. And take your pick tool. I just ordered some more putty last night. Okay, those are just like the handiest little tools. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my glue dot and attach it here, peel it off, and then stick it on here to my project. So then that's what we have going. Okay, I'll go ahead and set these ones aside and use those for another project. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to bring in my little punch here. Actually, you know what, guys? I am not going to have enough of this paper. That's okay, because since I made that mistake. All right, I'm going to go ahead and punch one of those. Let's see if I can make it work with that. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna improvise. Being that my paper is in another section of the house here. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and just cut this in half, and then I'm going to just carefully round the edges. Actually, that worked okay. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so then what we're going to do, if I would have punched them whole, it would have made it a tad bit sturdier, but you know what, it's still going to have the same cuteness factor. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to take our tear and tape, make sure that I have the jagged edge upward to apply my adhesive. So let's go ahead and put tear and tape on the back edge here. And then I'll peel off the backing. Just thought I was going to change this one up. This is not how I originally designed it, but I'll let you see my original design as well. All right, and then we'll go ahead and peel that over. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take, hey, and Diane, if you're watching, I didn't punch the holes. It was a little joke at my class yesterday. Oh my goodness, I was having everybody punch the holes thinking that we were going to just feed the ribbon through. It was a good joke yesterday. It was like, oh my heavens, I didn't eat and it was showing. Okay, so we have both little tabs here on our little box. So that's what it looks like. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our crocodile. And I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole. And then let's go ahead and do some embellishing. So I'm going to bring in the polished pink ribbon. And then let me grab, I'm going to add a little bit more pop to it as well. I'm going to actually do 2 ribbons. So I'm going to do the iridescent ribbon as well. And let's go ahead and feed it through the front of our box. Whoops, easier said than done. Okay, I might have to just do one at a time. We'll just do one at a time here. I need to order some of those little dental floss threaders. I had them in my basket on Amazon the other day and I have not pressed the button yet. So I do need to order that. That would make it a whole lot more simpler instead of fumbling around. Okay, whoops. Like I said, oh my heavens. All right, so we have that. I just think this adds just a little bit more daintiness to it. All right, so then, I'm gonna kind of have an ugly edge there. I'm gonna grab my big ribbon scissors here, cut that, and cut that. And then let's go ahead and bring in our baker's twine from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack here. And I'm going to go ahead and use the basic white. And just put a little piece of that. And then, let's see here. It's always fun trying to tie ribbons, huh? Okay, we're going to go ahead and lay it flat for a second. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my finger to hold it down. I really need to find my reverse tweezers, which are out in my office, but yeah, no, that's okay. This will work. Okay, we got a better grip on that. So let's go ahead and just secure this closed. And this little box can hold, I think I fit 10 Hershey's Kisses. I think these are little works of love, just so adorable. Okay. So this is what we have here. So this is our finished product. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like it with the tabs on it, or do you like it without the tabs? I just thought I would try a couple different products today and bring in a little bit of a shimmer ribbon, but what do you guys think? Tab? No tab. And do you like the sparkle ribbon? I don't know, I think it adds some fun to it. It definitely makes it super feminine. So, all right, so there's our first project. So let me know what you think. And I'll go ahead and tuck these aside for just a second. Aw, thank you, Peggy. Okay, so for this next one, oh my gosh, let's do a 10-second tidy here, because I am a hot disaster. Get rid of a few of these things. Bear with me for just a second. And then let's go on to another fun project. So for this next one, let's see, I just got to make sure I have everything here that I need, that it's not buried. The other day when I was searching for my red and white baker's toy, oh my heavens, it was right in front of me the whole time, you guys. So it's like, okay, I just need to slow down sometimes so I can find what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's get my scissors and all my essential tools here, and let's get after this next card. So for this next one, what we're going to do is we are going to bring in Heartfelt Hexagon, which is in my online store. Oh, thanks, Karen. Oh, nice to see you on here, my friend. I can't wait for you to come up and come stamp with me. Okay, and then we're going to use the coordinating punch, and then we're also going to use is layering leaves. Got to find the name of this one. This is like one of my favorites as well. Then we're going to use Early Espresso ink pad. So let's get started on this one. So what we're going to do, and I have some ribbons I need your opinion on. So we're going to go ahead and use the Espresso cardstock, basic white, and then the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper, which let me show you. That is, I love this collection. It is on page 40 and 41 of the catalog, but you can see just, the prints on this are just beautiful. Just makes my heart happy. Definitely screams fall. So what we're going to do for the first part is we're going to go ahead and take a piece of Whisper White cardstock, actually Whisper White, basic white. Goodness gracious, huh? And then let's see, I believe this is a 3x3 DSP and then 1.5 by 3. Actually, no, that's not right. 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 and 3 by 3. Okay, so 1 by 3 and 3 by 3. And I'm just going to layer this up. So let's go ahead and grab some dimensionals. You guys know my motto, when in doubt, pop it out. So it does need to be popped out. It just adds a nice little touch to the card. So I'm going to do 5 on there, and I'll do a couple on here. Actually, I'm going to do 3 on that one. Okay, so let's peel off our little backings here. Oh, Karen, I can't wait for you to come up. Greg has been working like crazy to get it ready, and next week I get to start moving everything in. So next time you come up, we're going to have a play date. Okay, so I went ahead and just attached that first piece. Then let's go ahead and add our second here. And these two just need to just butt up right against each other. All right, so we have that. It's a little off right there, but you know what? I'm gonna, I'll take a piece of ribbon and cover it up so you'll never know it's there. Okay, then let's go ahead and take the inside of our card, which is just a piece of Whisper White. I'm gonna add that real quick. Sorry, I gotta lift it up to make sure I get it straight. Okay, so that is in the center. Hold that down. And then let's go ahead and pop this up. So let's go ahead and take some more dimensionals. Oops, sorry. So again, I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna put 6 on this one this time. Okay. All right, then let's go ahead and make sure it's opening the right direction and center it. I'm so used to standing up when I stamp, but sitting, it's like, oh goodness, I feel like I am not getting it where it needs to be. Okay, so that's the base of our card. And then we are going to go ahead and do some basic stamping. And you know what? I need to go grab a block. Hold on one second. Okay, I am back. All right, so I actually needed to grab a couple. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take the Heartful Hexagon stamp set. And if you guys have been following me, you know that this is my favorite sentiment. I hope your day is filled with joy. It just makes me happy. So it is one of my most loved stamps or sentiments. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we are going to take this cute little dotted frame. I'm going to go ahead and just lay it down on there. And we're going to take the With Heartfelt Sympathy. And let's see here. So let's go ahead and stamp our images. So I'm going to be using again the Early Espresso. Ink this one up very softly. This one here with the little dots, you have to have just a really soft hand or you'll just get a mucky mess. So I'm barely applying any pressure to that one. And then we're going to take the With Heartfelt Sympathy, ink that one up. Oops, sorry guys, my head's right in the way. And we're going to stamp that right in the center of our frame. All right, then let's go ahead and punch it out with our punch. Make sure it's good and dry here so I don't smear it. It usually dries within a couple of seconds. All right, and then let's go ahead and line it up and pop it out. All right, so that's the first part. So we'll do that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead layering leaves. Oh my goodness, you guys, why can't I think of what this is called? If anybody can pop it on what it is in the comments, I would love it. I'm going to look for it, but if you can beat me to it, I'd appreciate it. Oh goodness. Okay, you know what? I'll add it to the comments. I want to say layering leaves. I hope that's right. Okay, so I am going to take basic white cardstock and I'm going to just punch out one of the littlest bits of greenery here, and then I'm going to take a piece of the espresso. Oh goodness, there's some muscles there. Okay, so we have that. And then what we're going to do, let's bring in some embellishments. So I want your opinion on this one. So this one here is the cream ribbon, which is cream woven ribbon. So we have that. Don't know what you think. So we have that one, or we can use the basic beige bordered ribbon. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. This isn't the best. So what do you think? Should I use the thicker or should I use the thinner ribbon? What do you guys think? This one here is just so soft. They both tie beautiful bows, but I'm just going to use just a little bit. Do you guys have a preference? And while you do that, I'm going to go ahead and attach these two pieces together with a glue dot. Okay. Just going to go like so, kind of pull off that bottom. Okay, so that part's ready. Okay, no preference. You know what, then I am going to go ahead and I will go ahead and use the basic beige then. So let's go ahead and take a piece of that. I'm going to have the stitching mark go face up, and let's go ahead and bring in our little scissors here. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little haircut. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach it down to my project because it'll make it a whole lot easier for the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and take a glue dot and position it. I want it to hang over this edge just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead, and like I said, I was going to cover up my little area that didn't line up perfectly. So we're going to, oops, attach it like so. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in some of the linen thread. So let's go ahead and just tie a little bow with this. Oops. So I'm so excited. After I'm done stamping, I'm going to design for a little bit, and I might even come back on live. We'll see. See what we have time for, but we have our Fall Fest today at the fairgrounds, so I'm excited. They're doing a lot of fun things for kiddos. They're doing, Laura from Big Valley Nursery up here is doing like a mum workshop where you can, I guess, plant a mum plant, or what do you call it? Yeah, I can't think of what the word is, arrangement. And then they're also doing a human foosball tournament. So I am excited to see what that's all about. So, and then they're also going to have some yummy food today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my label, and let's go ahead and add a couple of dimensionals to the back. And then I'm going to go ahead and just cover up the end of my ribbon here so that that is going to line up. Whoops, this needs to be even though on this edge. So it's going to be like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and just tuck my little greenery, or my little foliage there. And then that's what we have. Just a sweet and simple little sympathy card. And you know what? This here needs to have a little haircut. So what do you guys think? So there's that one with the ribbon. And then this is the other one that I did with the cream ribbon. So hard to tell under the plastic, but it definitely adds a different touch. So I like the look of both of them. What do you guys think? Okay. All right, so then for our last project here, again, let me do a 10-second tidy, kind of get all the supplies that I'm going to need ready. Okay, oops, I'm going to need that. And I'm going to need this beautiful pool party ribbon. Oh my goodness, guys, that is like one of my favorites. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that. So for our next one now, what we're going to do is I'm going to make a Christmas card using the Reindeer Fun bundle. So this one here is the Reindeer Fun, and then it has the wonderful coordinating dies. I'm also going to be using the nested essential dies. And then we're also going to use a couple of embossing folders. We're going to be using the Painted Trees 3D and the Snowflake Sky 3D. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Thank you. Okay, so for the first part, let's see. And we're also going to be using actually 4 different ink pads. I'm missing one here. We're going to be using the Garden Green, Pool Party, Crumb Cake, and then also the Craft White ink. So I'll set those aside for just a second. And so for the main portion of our card, let me just kind of pull out everything here. The base of our card is going to be Garden Green. Then we're going to have a layer of Pool Party, which is going to get layered with basic white. On the inside, I'm going to have a piece of basic white. We're also going to be doing some stamping on Crumb Cake, and then again, a couple other pieces of basic white. So to start us off, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and take my piece from the front of my card, and I'm going to go ahead and do some texturing with this one. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the Snowflakes 3D embossing folder. And I am just going to go ahead and place it like so, and I'm going to run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. All right. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, there we go. You can see that it has just some really cool textures. My friend Renee yesterday, this was like her favorite part. She loved it. Okay, then what we're going to do is we are going to take our Painted Trees folder, and we're going to go ahead and add that to our embossing, or to our card. Let's see, I'm going to kind of squish it over. I know you don't want to go all the way to the seam because it's a little harder on your machine, but I'm going to line it up at the very top, and I'm going to run it through again. Okay. You could stamp snowflakes, however, I just think this looks really cool. Okay, so let's do that, and then I am going to go ahead and grab a scratch piece of paper. Sorry, you guys. Uno momento. Be right back. Okay, I could just use my glass mat, but I don't want to get it all yucky. So I'm going to bring in a piece of paper. So I have my beautifully embellished thing, which is just going to pop as soon as I'm done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Pool Party ink, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in my blending brush with Pool Party. So, and I'm just going to create, just go in a circular motion here. I'm just going to make the snowflakes pop. Just makes them come to life. I'm not going too heavy on it. It's okay if you go over the trees because we're going to do those too. But you can tell it just, I don't know if you can tell, it just makes it pop. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's get rid of this. And then let's bring in Garden Green. And we'll link this up. Okay. All right, I hope, oh, there you go. I think you can see it better if I don't lift it up. Okay, so then we have our trees that are highlighted. So let's get that away. Actually, we're going to need that one again. Okay, so then let's go ahead and attach this to our card base. And with this one, you know, when in doubt, pop it out. So let's go ahead and pop it out. I go through a lot of dimensionals. I should keep track on how many packages I go through, but I go through a lot. But I just truly think it adds a lot to the card. Okay, so let's go ahead and center it here on our Pool Party. And then from there, we're going to pop it up onto our Garden Green. Okay. All right, then let's go ahead and just add it to our card front. So we have that, and then actually I'm going to add the inside, and then we'll work and finish the outside. Aww. So nice to have you guys on here with me. I am really having fun being back live, and gosh, I have to show some self-control. I really just want to show you everything and just create all kinds of things. And I'm like, okay, I have to spread things out. And I do have my 12 weeks of Christmas where every Thursday I will be sharing video tutorials of Christmas projects. So I have some really cute things that I want to share, but I'm like, okay, self-control, Kim. Slow it down. Show one per week. Okay, so that's what we have so far for the first layers. Then what we're going to do is we are going to take a piece of cardstock. This is 1.5 by 4.5. And what we're going to do is we are going to just tear this in half. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put the torn edges up, and I'm going to go ahead and tape them together or glue them together. You guys know that I'm not a fan of green glue, and I are friends. Any other type of adhesive other than tear and tape, I'm really not good friends with, unfortunately. You'd think after all these years of stamping that I would make friends with my tape dispensers, but I'm a green glue girl. Okay, so then we have those layered together, so we kind of have our snowy hills. So I'm not going to go ahead and add dimensionals. Take note, you guys, I'm not adding dimensionals to that layer. I'm just going to add this with glue because it's going to still have some more texture. So let's go ahead and add that down. I'm just going to line it up right at the base of my basic white cardstock. Okay, so we have that. And then what we're going to do, let's take some of our Wink of Stella. Actually, in my class yesterday, I forgot to get this out for the ladies. But actually, you know what? I don't think my card had it, but I'm going to add it. We're going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella here. And then actually, I'm going to add a little bit to the trees. And I'll pop a couple snowflakes as well. Okay, it's just kind of fun to change it up. Okay, and you can tell that that just kind of, oh, there we go. Add some fun to it. Okay, so then for the next part, let's go ahead and we're going to do some die cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp with crumb cake. And actually, you know what? Actually, I lied. I'm going to do something else first. Let's go ahead and do our label first, which is going to be with the essentials, nested essentials, which is hidden because I am so buried deep here on my desk, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, oh, it's right here next to me. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take the third largest there. And let's go ahead and just cut that out. Basic white cardstock, and I'm just going to real quick here. Okay. Okay, throw that over there. So we have our cute little label. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our garden green stamp or ink pad, and we're going to take the saying that says Christmas is better together. I'm going to go ahead and just stamp that. And actually, you know what? Sorry guys, I got to put my head in here to get it stamped right. Okay, so we have our cute little saying. And then let's see. I'm going to show you how cute this could be. If you didn't want to get the deer set, but love embossing folders and want to do a quick and easy card, I say quick and easy. It is very quick and easy. What we can do, let's take our little ribbon here. I'm going to go ahead and add it with a glue dot. Oops. So let's add it to the back again. You can tell I like to add lots of textures, so not just one ribbon. I need multiple ribbons because I just think it just looks so good with the extra added texture. Then let's go ahead and bring back in our linen thread. And let's tie a bow around the pool party pom-pom ribbon here. Okay, oops. And then that off. Oops, and then actually I glued it to the wrong spot, silly me. Okay, but that's okay. It made it a little bit easier when it was attached to something to tie that second bow on there. Okay, so then we have just that little added element, which I think is adorable. If it's properly trained right here, it's a little crazy. So you could just do that and add that to a card, and that would be super cute, right? Can you guys see that? But what we're going to do is we are going to use the Reindeer Fun Bundle. So I'll set that aside. Let's go ahead and take our crumb cake cardstock. We're going to take a crumb cake pad, and we're going to bring in our deer image. And once again, let me go grab a block. Sorry, didn't bring my cleanup pad in here. Okay, I can't wait to have my office done and have just all my stuff right behind me. It's going to be so nice to just turn my chair and be able to grab what I need again. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink up our image with crumb cake ink. Side, and then we're going to stamp that onto here. Okay, so we have our deer image. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of pizzazz to it. If you watched the YouTube video of my stamping adventure with my grandson, he was the one that said it needed to have white to look more like a deer. I was like, okay, Gab, so we are going to go ahead and embellish it a little bit more. I'm just going to take the craft ink, and this is just a dried up Wink of Stella. So I'm just using it as my little coloring tool here. It just definitely makes it pop. Okay, whoops, and I'm gonna have to do a couple layers. Sometimes it just soaks right on in there. Okay, oops, and a little bit more again. Like I said, it's just, oops, I think I need to re-ink it as well. Okay, so I'm happy with that. It just kind of adds just a little bit of pizzazz to it. We'll let it dry for just a second, and then let's go ahead. I will find the coordinating die, which is this little guy right here. And then I'm going to run it through the Big Shot machine, or the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Guys, I've been around for a long time, and oh my gosh, all the different things. 29.5 years of Big Shot machine, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, Basic White, Whisper White. Sometimes I try my best here. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this out real quick. All right, put my die container here. Okay, so then you can see we have our little deer cut out. So let's go ahead and hack those out, a couple dimensionals. All right, so I'm going to take 3 dimensionals there. And then I'm going to just place it like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my cute little tag. Okay, and I went ahead and just put 2 dimensionals behind that. And then let's go ahead and just add, oops, this to our card. All right, so we have that. And then let's do a little bit more. It needs some bling. So let's bring in a couple of our embellishments. I'm going to go ahead and just grab, I'm going to put one right here. I'll do one right there, and do one right there. Okay. All right, you guys. So that is, I don't know if it's easier to see with that. So, what do you think about that one? I hope you like it. It's just so cute. I just love it. It's just so soft. And actually, my original one, let me show you my original one. Excuse the noise here. And I taught it yesterday at my class. One of my friends didn't realize that I had designed it originally with the pool party. However, she accidentally did it in the garden green, which I just think it makes it pop so much better. This is just much more subtle, but I really just like the garden green. So which one do you guys prefer? I'm so glad that you guys are watching. Thank you so much. Well, let's see here. I will give you a little sneak peek. I don't know if, okay, let me tuck these aside. But I have some happy mail that will be going out. If you purchase $50 or more in my online store, here are just a couple of them. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I will probably end up going live. If I have a chance, I'm going to hop back on again later on. But here are 3 of the cards that are part of my happy mail. This one here in the middle is I'm gonna keep hiding that one, and I'll show you later. But then there's also a cute 3D gift package. So if you're interested in placing an order in my online store, if you do that, I will be mailing those out at the end of the week. So let's go ahead and bring back in our projects. I'm going to bring back in both of these. And so what did you guys decide? I don't know if I missed any comments. Do you like the tabs on this one, or do you like it without tabs? And we have our little sympathy card here, which I just think is so cute. And then we have our little Christmas cards. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and I'm so glad that you joined me today for World Card Making Day. And I hope that you get to stamp something yourself. I do have a little thread on my Facebook page that if you share a card, I will be giving away some Happy Mail, so you have until Sunday to post it. So feel free to please post your projects there. I'd especially love to see sweet treat boxes if you guys have made any of those. They are so quick and easy and just so adorable. So anyhow, please share your projects there. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I just might hop back on. I need to kind of tidy this, if you can see the whirlwind of Kim here. So before I go back and try to hop on again, and I think I am going to share my reindeer fun. So anyhow, I hope that you have a blessed day, and thank you for joining me. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not. And I look forward to sharing with you again soon. Bye, you guys.